From Hollywood, the entertainment capital of the world, direct from the historic Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills, California, welcome to the 38th Annual Gracie Awards.
The fact that there's so many women here supporting other women, I think says it all.
I just feel excited to be invited to the party.
Not just talented, but gifted women in this industry.
This means so much.
Strong, powerful women that are doing incredible things.
That's what's really cool.
And this is a big award show. Everyone comes out for this.
Join us as we celebrate the best and brightest in the industry with programming created for women, by women, and about women, featuring Sutton Foster, Lucy Hale, Angie Harmon, Maria Menounos, Amy Poehler, Martha Raddatz, Juliana Rancic, Sean Robinson, Hannah Storm, Jane Williams, Chandra Wilson, a special performance by Melissa Etheridge, and many more of Hollywood's best and brightest. And now, let's welcome your host for the evening from ABC's Once Upon a Time, Lana Parrilla.
Good evening. Thank you, and welcome to the 2013 Gracie Awards. Who's excited to be here? I am. It's a huge honor to be a part of this evening to celebrate the best in media by, for, and about women. I was fortunate to grow up in a family of strong women. A few are here with me tonight, who taught me that through perseverance, hard work, and dedication, women can do anything. When 38 years ago this event began, a way to showcase the entertaining, thought-provoking, and important work that women do across all forms of electronic media. The Gracie Awards are named after another true pioneer in popular entertainment, the one and only Gracie Allen. Along with her husband, George Burns, Gracie set a gold standard of comedy, ranging from the stages of vaudeville to radio, film, and television, while having a strong hand in the writing, production, and promotion of their content. It is in her trailblazing honor that we celebrate not only funny ladies tonight, but shine a light on all women in media, from directors and producers, to journalists, to those that teach us new skills, and those that make us think a little deeper, and occasionally even yell at the TV or radio. Well, certainly the past year has been an amazing one for women has been an amazing one for women in electronic media. From two expertly moderated political debates by female journalists, and it is a wonderful honor to have Martha Raddatz here this evening. To the success of so many female-created, led, and supported programs, to powerful news stories featuring the successes and challenges women face. Producers and directors from almost every network and channel are here in this room and in full force tonight. Tonight's show allows us to celebrate some amazing women. Who's excited to honor and watch Melissa Etheridge perform tonight? We have many fantastic women to celebrate, so let's get started. Here to present our first Gracie is a 2012 Gracie winner. Please welcome from TNT's Rizzoli and Isles, Angie Harmon.
Good evening, I'm Angie Harmon. When Paige McMahon, when her mother died of cancer, she lost her greatest source of support. But Paige found the inspiration she needed when she discovered that her mom had made a bucket list. She resolved to live out her mother's dreams, no matter what the challenge, and chronicled her adventure for us online. For outstanding website, the Gracie goes to ESPNW's Paige McMahon. Here to accept the award on behalf of the ESPNW's team is multiple past Gracie Award winner, Hannah Storm.
Guys, check out Angie's cuffs. You gotta show the crowd, right? She's total Wonder Woman. Like, girl. You totally rock. This is like one big girl power hug. So I'm very honored to be the first person to accept this award. Thanks to everyone at ESPNW. My company, Brainstormin', did this series as a part of something that was commissioned by Procter & Gamble to tell first-person stories of inspirational women, and this was user-generated content, which is really cool. So this is somebody that was out there, that was a fan, that wanted to tell their story, and we were able to tell it in a really beautiful way. And of course, leave it to the Gracies to see all of that and to validate all of that. And the wonderful thing is, as Angie told you the story about this woman who she was kind of lost, right? Her mother dies, and she finds this bucket list that's so adventuresome, who knew, and changed her own life by ticking off all the things on that bucket list. And I have 3 teenage daughters at home, and sometimes I wonder through all of the eye rolling, and, oh, Mom. You wonder, is anything sinking in? And that's why I guess I love this story, because eventually this mom, and as moms, we don't know when it's going to sink in, but it's going to sink in eventually. Something of what we want to teach them, right? About working hard, about having your voice as a woman, about having confidence to be your own person. Those are the things that the Gracies celebrate. That's what we're celebrating tonight. So I remain ever humble and grateful. And I also want to thank Nick Kahn here tonight from CAA, who's always believed in me as a producer and director, as have the Gracies. So thank you. God bless.
We've watched our next presenter every Thursday for 10 years on the hit series Grey's Anatomy. She plays the hardworking, quick-witted doctor, Miranda Bailey, for which she has earned 1 People's Choice Award, 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards, and 3 NAACP Image Awards. Now, I got to meet this woman recently, and she is lovely. Please welcome Chandra Wilson.
India's youngest girls are facing a crisis. CNN's Sarah Sidner reports that the practice of killing baby girls is so widespread that it's having major impact on the gender gap in the country. Here's a look at her moving report on the atrocity in India.
Brutal and shocking as this case may be, getting rid of babies just because they're girls is nothing new here in India, and many times it's done long before the child is born. How? Sex-selective abortions. India has a growing gap between the number of girls and the number of boys. The 2011 census showed for every 1,000 boys, there were only 914 girls. The gap was smaller 10 years ago. UNICEF has said India is the most dangerous place to be a girl.
The Gracie goes to India's unwanted girls. Here to accept the award is CNN reporter Sarah Sidner.
I am so nervous. I'm used to it just being me, a flak jacket, a helmet, and a photographer. Yeah. This is crazy. Wow, okay, so this story, I just want to tell you just a little bit about Reshma and her family. When we went to visit with her, her child had literally died a few days before. I'm trying not to cry here. And so when you walk into a house where the family is in mourning, she was let back into her family's house, which sometimes, in some cases, and we've done some stories on women that are not let back into the house, they're not allowed back in, they have to stay with the husband no matter what has happened to their children. But despite what you hear about India, I spent nearly 5 years there for CNN because of my bosses, Tony Maddox, and my fabulous boss, Parisa Khosravi, who is sitting here. and an amazing, trailblazing photographer, producer, and now director of coverage, Cindy Strand, who is also sitting here tonight. They allowed me to stay in India for a very long time, and what I learned is there is more compassion, more beauty, more absolute power in the women in that country than I have ever seen just about anywhere else on earth. So despite what you see on the news, and despite what's happening there, there are people there who are working to change things in society every single day that you live and breathe. And I want to say thank you to those women who have taught me a hell of a lot in India. I want to say thank you, and I want to say thank you to the women who are in my life that have helped me stand here and walk in heels again after 6 years. So if I don't make it to the end of the stage, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rita Wilson.
Hello. What an honor to be here tonight to present to Jane Stoddard Williams, the powerfully and quietly graceful woman who has accomplished so much for education over the years and is the recipient of the Outstanding Interview for Bloomberg EDU with Jane Williams. She comes from a family of educators, all dedicated to making sure our children get what they need from our system. She is a quiet force who would never, for example, tell you that she graduated magna cum laude from Duke University in political science and Russian language. Just saying. In fact, Jane is so humble that it's shocking that she told any of us about this honor here tonight. But I'm glad that she asked me, her loudmouth friend, to tell you all that you have really made an excellent choice in honoring Jane. Jane Stoddard, the television producer I first met and fell instantly in love with, went on to raise 2 spectacular children. While she isn't officially on the payroll of NBC Nightly News, she happens to be the originator of our series of reports at the end of our broadcast called Making a Difference. You have chosen to give the Gracie Award to a woman who is equal parts brilliant and beautiful, passionate and compassionate, and the very best person I know. I have nominated many outstanding women for Gracies over the years, and I've had the honor of handing out several of them. I wanted so very badly to see how it felt to give an award to the person I love with all my heart and say congratulations. You worked for this, you earned it, and I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, Jane Stoddard Williams.
First of all, how amazing is Rita? Rita Wilson, you are the best. On HBO's show Girls, she plays the mom of my real-life daughter. And tonight she's standing in for my husband. So Rita, you really are family. She's amazing. Thank you. And thank you to Brian and Absentia. That was so moving. It got me all sort of disorganized here. But he can't be here tonight for a really sad reason. As you know, he's in Oklahoma. But I am thinking about him because we do have a partnership, and he is one of the really good guys. I want to thank the Alliance for Women in Media. How cool to be among such amazing women. I especially want to thank, I hope I can see them out there, Emily Bromberg and Susan Sawyers. We are a team. And we thank Bloomberg, especially Charlie Vollmer, Al Mayers, and Andy Lack, who allowed us to do this thing. I'm honored to be up here tonight for this radio program that we do that's only and all about education, a really important story. Yes, education needs to get better. Yes, there are problems that need to be dealt with. But to teachers, from my own mother to the over 3 million people who are in classrooms every single day in this country, I'm thinking about them tonight, and I'd like to dedicate this to them. Thank you.
Our next presenter is clearly comfortable with strong, talented women. Please welcome writer, actor, producer, Dan Bukatinsky.
Thank you. Oscar winner, two-time Grammy winner, and multi-platinum recording artist Melissa Etheridge's new nationally syndicated radio show combines her greatest passions: life, family, and rock and roll. Each week, Melissa tells stories and interacts with her listeners about these passions and more. As a mother, breast cancer survivor, women's health and environmental advocate, and world-class entertainer, Melissa connects with her listeners like no other host on the air. I don't even know what I'm doing up here. I mean, there's a microphone, and Melissa Etheridge is right there. That, my friends, is a winning combination. I mean, have you heard her? Of course you have. Gracie Allen was a legendary, groundbreaking voice of her time. She was certainly a comedic voice of and for women, reaching millions on the radio. But without even saying a word, her life, her career, communicated the potential women have to be heard in all media. Melissa Etheridge has earned a name for herself beside Gracie Allen's, and there's no more fitting name with which to honor her tonight. For Outstanding Talk Show, the Gracie goes to the Melissa Etheridge Radio Show. Here to accept the award is Melissa Etheridge.
This is awesome. This is going to look nice next to Oscar and Grammy and Gracie and everything. It's been a wonderful journey. And I got to thank you. What I got to tell you, what means so much is that doing a radio show, I can't tell you how many radio people went, why? You know, why do you want to do that? What do you want to go back down the rung? I'm like, you guys don't understand. Radio is a timeless art form. And so for a couple of years, my manager, thank you, Bill Leopold, manager for 30 years. He's just the greatest manager in the world. I said, I want to be on radio. I want to do radio. And we looked, and we finally got together with Benstown, Chachi, thank you so much. And I said, I want to do this. And it started, and it still is, just in it's only been 2 years. It's just in its first form. And I have to thank Kevin Horton, who every morning gets on the radio earphones with me, and we share our lives, and he listens to everything I have to say, and he's my audience, because radio is such that beautiful thing. And Josh Leopold, thank you. Masa, thank you so much for telling people to put this show on their radio station. And my partner, Linda Wallem, thank you so much for just inspiring me every day. You are an amazing woman in media yourself, and I look forward to doing great things with you. Thank you, the Gracie Awards. Thank you, women, for inspiring other women constantly. And you know what? If there's one thing, tonight's night is indicative of how we are as women. We want to help. We want to save the world. We want to do everything we can. And I would say one other thing. Take care of yourself, too. Each and every one of you powerful women here tonight changing the world, because we can. And believing in that power. Believe in yourself. Take care of yourself. Your health, your happiness, your stress levels. You know we get too stressed. Breathe. It's good. I love you. Gracies, thank you so much for the award. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Directed by her Emmy-winning daughter, Rory Kennedy, HBO's Ethel celebrates the life of the Kennedy matriarch. For Outstanding Director, the Gracie goes to Rory Kennedy.
Thank you all so much. It's such a great honor to be here. When I was about 12 or 13 years old, I watched the news a lot in our house. And I remember during this time, I was watching the evening news every night, and there was a lot of attention about what was going on in South Africa and the anti-apartheid movement that was happening in Washington. And my brother Douglas and I were watching it on a nightly basis, and we turned to each other one morning and said, you know, we should really go down to the embassy and get arrested ourselves. We walked into the breakfast room and said to her that we really wanted to go get arrested in front of the South African embassy, and without missing a beat, she said, that's a great idea, let's go. And she threw us in the car, and we drove down to the South African embassy, and we both got arrested. And I was in the back of the police car, handcuffed, and I looked up, and she could never have been prouder in her life. So I want to thank my mother, who is my inspiration, and thank Gracie for acknowledging and celebrating her as well. Thank you all, I appreciate it.
Our next presenter is an executive producer for BET Networks. Welcome, Monique Chenault.
For outstanding hosts, the Gracie goes to one of Hollywood's favorite go-to girls, and my esteemed colleague and very dear friend, Shawn Robinson.
Wow. Monique, thank you. One of my dearest friends. It is such an honor for you to give this award for me tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love the Gracies because I love being in a room of powerful women who are changing the world, and I salute each and every one of you. I want to thank the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation and the Gracie judges for honoring me with this award tonight. It's 1939. Hattie McDaniel is the first African American to receive an Academy Award. She was not allowed to sit at the table with her co-stars from Gone with the Wind. She was given a table in the back near the kitchen for her and her escort. I wonder what she was thinking when she made that long trip from that segregated table in the back to the stage. The night that the film premiered in Atlanta, she was not allowed to attend the premiere alongside her co-stars. The Georgia segregationist laws at the time required her to go into the back and sit in the back. So instead of causing a ruckus, she decided not to go. I wonder what she was thinking that night when her co-stars were at the premiere. I wonder whether she knew that one day there were going to be some women like the Alliance for Women in Media who would tell her story and raise holy hell if she weren't allowed to sit where she wanted to sit. So I thank you, all of you women who raise holy hell when you see something that isn't right, when you see some injustice. And I am so honored to be here with you tonight. Thank you very much.
We've already celebrated Melissa Etheridge's show this evening, and now she is returning to share with us her amazing musical talent, which has won her 2 Grammys and an Oscar. With her fearless examination of her life, our lives, and the impact we can have on one another, she has made an indelible impact on our culture. Please welcome back to the stage, Melissa Etheridge.
Hey, now I'm perfectly comfortable. Yeah. Pay no mind to the man plugging in the guitar. Time for the entertainment. I would dial the numbers just to listen to your breath. I would stand inside my hell and hold the hand of death. You don't know how far I'd go to ease this precious ache. And you don't know how much I'd give
or how much I can take just to reach you, just to reach you, oh, to reach you, oh, come to my window, crawl inside, wait by the light of the moon, come to my window, and I'll be home soon. Keeping my eyes open, I cannot afford to sleep. Giving away promises I know that I can't keep. Oh, nothing fills the blackness that has seeped into my chest. I need you in my blood. I am forsaking all the rest just to reach you, just to reach you. Oh, to reach you.
Whether she's putting on her scrubs or learning how to live with her parents, our next presenter can always make us laugh.
Ina Jaffe is a national desk correspondent for National Public Radio. Jaffe has reported on major news events, elections, and natural disasters. Jaffe's reports have captivated and informed listeners. In this Gracie-winning piece, Ina investigated whether one of the most fought-over properties in Los Angeles is really serving the 8,000 homeless veterans who live there. The VA has not acted on plans announced in 2007 to rehab housing for homeless vets. Meanwhile, it's rented out some of the land and buildings to commercial enterprises and taken in an estimated $28 million. For Outstanding Reporter Correspondent, the Gracie goes to NPR's Ina Jaffe.
Thanks so much to the Foundation for this wonderful honor. I also want to say thank you to my editors on this story, Quinn O'Toole and Steve Drummond, who weren't able to be here tonight. NPR is a place that I have worked for more than 25 years, and it is a wonderful, special place for women to work, and it always has been. And so, because it's the Gracies, I want to say thank you to the women of NPR who have been such wonderful role models for me over the course of my career. And there's so much wonderful journalism done, and at the end of the day, you say, well, I hope it increased awareness. This is one of those rare occasions where there was actually what looks like a result from this story. About 10 days after it ran, the New York Times picked it up, cited the story, editorialized about it. Then the Los Angeles Times did the same. And just a few months after that, the VA announced they were building housing for chronically homeless veterans, men and women, on the campus of the West Los Angeles VA, something that they had been saying they were going to do since 2007. The land was donated in the late 19th century to be a home for disabled soldiers, which it was for many decades, and it's good to know it will be again. Thank you.
Please welcome Ian Harding from ABC Family's Pretty Little Liars.
Hello. Hello, everyone. My eyesight's pretty terrible, which is depressing considering how old I am. But I think I'm going to pull a Hannah Storm here for a moment. So our show, Pretty Little Liars, has become a pop culture and social media phenomenon and stands as television's #1 most tweeted series. Lucy Hale, who we're honoring here tonight, stars as Aria Montgomery, the artsy chameleon who is super interested in English and super interested in her English teacher. But with a mysterious A lurking around every corner, Aria's secrets threaten to tumble out at any moment. Now, not only is Lucy an accomplished actress, but she is also a talented singer, with her first album coming later this year. And like her more than 2.5 million Twitter followers and millions of Pretty Little Liars fans, we are not alone in thinking that she is a rising star in Hollywood. Kind of a quick personal note, I was standing back there with Lucy earlier tonight, and she was kind of wondering, well, what am I doing here with all of these amazing women that are doing so much for the world? And she's like, I feel kind of out of place. But coming from somebody who works with her on a daily basis, I know that she is eventually going to be one of these women that are up here accepting these awards and doing great things. So I present to you a rising star in Hollywood. The Gracie for Outstanding Female Rising Star is Lucy Hale.
Ian, we're just talking about how nervous we were backstage, and he did a great job. Thank you so much. This is actually my second year coming to the Gracies, and I remember when I left, I immediately called my mom, who lives in Tennessee, and I was like, Mom, I cannot believe the amount of positive energy that was in the room, and just being in the presence of some of these unbelievable women is like, I'm truly just, I really don't even know what to say. I was just telling Ian backstage, but it's an honor. It's truly an honor. Some of these stories are absolutely moving, and Melissa Etheridge even said it herself, that whatever you do, love it. Love what you do. And I can honestly say that I wake up every morning and I genuinely love what I do, and to be recognized for it is an amazing bonus. So thank you, Ian. Or he should be thanking me. There's a lot of beautiful women here tonight, so you're welcome. And thank you to ABC Family. And I'm physically shaking. Oh my God. Thank you, ABC Family, for employing me. Thank you. And everyone at the Gracies, this is really, really cool. Thank you so much.
From NBC's Parks and Recreation, Adam Scott.
Thank you very much. What a wonderful evening. It's been great having this opportunity to get all caught up on my clapping. NBC's Parks and Recreation tells the story of a woman whose lifelong commitment to community service has paid off in spades, both personally and professionally. Amy Poehler plays Leslie Knope, the deputy director of the Parks Department in Pawnee, Indiana. Now, Leslie works tirelessly to make her town better, more livable, and more fun for its many residents and raccoons. Last year, Leslie worked double duty as she continued leading her Parks Department while managing a chaotic campaign for City Council, which she won. Let's see a clip.
Do it. Fierce, power, pump it up. 2012. Nothing gets me more amped than Sarah McLachlan.
Opening statement.
I am Leslie Knope. I love this town. I've worked my whole life to make it great. I believe I've earned your vote. Bobby Newport believes he can buy it. I have the best campaign manager in the world.
I wouldn't say that. Jen's a killer. You can beat Newport. I don't know if I can beat her.
Here's what I know. I love you and I like you.
I love you and I like you.
Now, I've only known Amy a few years, but if there's one thing I know, it's that she loves putting on uncomfortable shoes and talking about her career. So let's get her up here. The Gracie Outstanding Female Actor in a Leading Role in a Comedy Award goes to Amy Poehler.
Thank you, Adam, my TV husband and real-life enemy. Thank you very much. This is a real honor. I'm really pleased and honored to be among all you amazing women, and I'm so thankful for the Lincoln that is given to me at the end of the night. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome Vanessa Morano from ABC Family Switched at Birth.
Hello. Oh, that was loud. I would just like to say how honored I am to be in a room with such impressive, amazing women, if only for the amount of high heels, because my feet are killing me. I don't know about you. Anyway, Bomb Girls is set during World War II and captures a period when society was experiencing fundamental changes in the workplace and at home. At the heart of Bomb Girls are the stories of women who risked their lives in a munitions factory in support of the European front. Liberated from social and cultural restrictions, they embraced their newfound freedom, changing their lives and the world around them forever. For outstanding drama, the Gracie goes to Real Channel's Bomb Girls. Here to accept the award are several of its stars, Meg Tilly, Charlotte Hegley, Ali Liebert, and Jody Balfour.
Thank you. Since its inception last year, Bomb Girls has been nominated for quite a few awards internationally and in Canada, and we've managed to bring home a healthy amount of hardware. However, I have never seen Adrienne Mitchell as excited as when she told me Bomb Girls had won the Gracie Award for Best TV Drama. We were in the darkened soundstage between scenes, standing by the Corbett House, and I'm not familiar with all the different awards, but even I could tell that this Gracie thing was something really special, because Adrienne's eyes were sparkling and her face was glowing, and she was hugging herself with happiness. And this is Adrienne Mitchell, director, producer, co-creator, and one of the founders of Back Alley Films, and she's like a little kid at Christmas. This is huge. The Gracies. It's an award that honors shows that are created for women, by women, and about women. And and I thought, well, yeah, that's us to a T. Bomb Girls is about the women who worked in the munitions factory in World War II. Debbie Drennan and Maureen Jennings brought the idea to Adrienne Mitchell and Janice Lundman, all women, who then hired on Michael McLennan as co-creator and head writer. And yes, he has a penis, but no, let's face it, he wrote such wonderfully human, tender, strong, complex parts for Jody Balfour, Charlotte Hegley, and Ali Liebert, and me, that we consider him an honorary woman, whether he likes it or not. And as you can see, Michael Prupis, a.k.a. Muse Entertainment, is a man, but he is a man who is smart enough to choose to work with powerful, strong women like Janice, Adrienne, and all of us. We are thrilled to receive this award. We thank you. Global TV at Shaw Media thanks you, and Reels Channels thanks you as well. Thank you. Woo! Oh, girls!
Our next presenter is best known for her work on the action drama series Jag. Now she stars on Lifetime's Army Wives. Catherine Bell.
As healthcare costs dominate the national debate, it's estimated that $60 billion in taxpayer money are lost to Medicare fraud every year. An undercover investigation by ABC News used hidden cameras and the producer's own grandmother to reveal how a simple trip to the doctor's office can result in misdiagnosis, expensive treatments, and costly fraud. Take a look.
To see how it works, we went undercover in McAllen with an 82-year-old grandma, Doris Ace, accompanied by her granddaughter, ABC News producer Megan Chuchmak. Other than hypertension and some arthritis, Doris Ace is a healthy woman.
You don't have any fever, chills, chest pains?
I really enjoy good health all my life.
But the files we got later from the doctor's office would show a patient in supposedly terrible health, a description of a patient who needs assistance for all activities, unable to safely leave home unassisted.
The Gracie for Outstanding Investigative Program goes to the ABC News report Medicare Fraud. Here to accept the award is the producer, Megan Chuchmak, and her grandmother, AKA the accomplice, Doris Ace.
Wow, I cannot tell you what an honor it is to be in this room tonight filled with such incredible women. The most important in my eyes being my amazing grandma, who's now 84 years old. She did not hesitate when I asked her a couple summers ago to come to Texas with me for a month and investigate allegations of Medicare fraud. And so really, Ace, this one is for you. Thank you. And she told me earlier that today is proof that you're never too old to make it to Hollywood, so. On behalf of ABC News, thank you so much to the Gracies for recognizing work that we think is so important and is a privilege to do every day. And thank you more than anything for an evening that my grandma and I will never, ever forget. Thank you.
Welcome, anchor for E! News Now and correspondent for E! News, Ashlyn Gorse.
Of the Style Network's Juliana and Bill, the couple faced their toughest challenge yet, Juliana's breast cancer. It clearly impacted their plans to grow their family. But in the series' most watched episode ever, the couple let the audience witness their decision to proceed with a gestational carrier and the moving phone call that they were pregnant. For Outstanding Reality Show, the Gracie goes to Juliana and Bill. Here to accept the award is breast cancer survivor and proud mother of the most adorable little dude, Duke, is Juliana Rancic.
Wow, this is so exciting. Gosh, I've been coming to the Gracies for years. I came first as a guest a couple of times, then as a presenter a couple of times, then as a host. And I always sat in that chair and I thought, God, one day I want to be part of something that wins a Gracie, because it means I'm putting something good out into the world. So thank you so much to everyone at the Gracies. I love you. You're like a second family, and just thank you for always believing in me and just for inviting me to this every year. Okay, so on my way here, my husband called me Bill. His name's Bill. And he called me and he said, honey, two very important things. The first thing is, don't get all Italian on everyone and talk for 20 minutes and put them to sleep. So I'm gonna keep this short, kind of. The second thing was, and do not, whatever you do, because you do things like this, honey, don't forget to mention me when you get the award. And he said, that should be easy because my name is right behind you. So thank you, Bill. I did it, thank God, I said his name. Okay, woo! Anyway, more importantly, when the Style Network approached us years ago about doing a reality show, Bill and I thought, we're way too boring for a reality show. We don't flip tables over and curse each other out, and there's nothing wrong with those shows. But that's just not who we are. And they said, you know what, we want to try something different. We want to put a positive show on the air, and that's what we set out to do. We put out a positive, wholesome show, and we tackled a lot of things in these 6 seasons. We tackled infertility, my breast cancer, and there was a real big decision there at one point to go public with this information. And I thought, you know what? While so many people are out there using their reality shows to do all sorts of things like sell perfume and God knows what, why not use our show to actually change a life or save a life, to do something important? And thank you, really. It's such common sense, but we don't see it that much. And now, thankfully, we're seeing it more and more. But it takes a network and producers and people to stand behind you and believe in you and feel that there's going to be an audience for that. And I'm here to tell you, after 6 seasons, we are the longest running, highest rated show on Style. And it goes to show, trust me, people, there is an audience for that. And people are thirsty for good programming and wholesome programming. So thank you to everyone at Style, all of our producers, Steve, Jay, Betsy, Ruth, Alistair, Nikinlam, Bobby, Salam Coleman-Smith, Sarah Weedman, and my husband, Bill, and my baby, Duke. So thank you to him, too. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Please welcome our next presenter, Jake Janikowski.
I'm presenting this award to my mom, just to make it a little more clear for everyone. It is pretty cool. Okay. In the last 10 years, my mom has been to Iraq 21 times and traveled to Afghanistan and Pakistan and dozens more. Her willingness to get as close as possible to cover a dangerous story is what makes my mom such an incredible journalist. When I was younger, I used to get really nervous when my mom would make these trips into war zones, and I remember exactly how she comforted me. She would say, "Don't worry, where I'm going to stay in Iraq, it's safe. They have a Taco Bell." These experiences helped prepare my mom to do a masterful job moderating the 2012 vice presidential debate. Although I don't think, although I don't think anything prepared her more than her ability to find humor in ridiculous Twitter criticism. Now let's take a look at my mom in action.
ABC's Martha Raddatz has been in war zones with 4-star generals, covered the White House and questioned world leaders, and of course, moderating the first vice presidential debate tomorrow night.
Colonel Jeannie Flynn Levin has logged more than 2,700 hours, 300 in combat over Iraq and Afghanistan.
The changes with women flying combat aircraft.
There's pilots and whizzes of all different skill levels.
Girls don't stand out anymore.
It's very true.
As all of you can see, my mom is obviously a master of her craft. Despite being one of the most respected journalists in her field, she's an even better mother. No matter how late she got off work, my mom made sure we had a family dinner every night growing up. Regardless of where she is in the world, my mom is always there for my sister and me at a moment's notice. She has pushed back overseas trips for different events in both of our lives, and with only weeks before the debate, when she was spending every moment of her free time prepping, she still made the 14-hour round-trip drive to my football games. I'm extremely proud and honored to present this award to my mother, Martha Raddatz.
Thank you so much. I just want you to know when Jake was about 12, he went to sports broadcasting camp, and he wasn't really watching me that much on the news. I didn't really want him to at the time. But I came home that night and I'd done a stand-up, and he said, "Mom, you know, you were looking down during your stand-up. You should try to look up a little more." And I said, "I was reading a quote." And he said, "You should memorize it then." But my family has been a great support. I am very honored to receive this Gracie Award. All the support of these women, the diverse challenges that these women have, the diverse gifts. I just want you all to know that Chandra Wilson has also been to Iraq 21 times and in Afghanistan several dozen times with me as part of my support to go watch Grey's Anatomy at the end of a very long day. It's true. So we all support one another in ways that we really don't know we support one another, but I am, at ABC News, I'm so thankful to the women there. I know you've heard it tonight, but Robin Roberts, Diane Sawyer, they have all been fantastic to me from day one, but I am most proud of these young women. I am so happy and proud for the young women who will come behind all of us. And I hope their challenges aren't quite as great as Jeannie Flynn Leavitt, who is a role model to so many women. And it's wonderful, wonderful when young women come up to me. That was my proudest thing after the vice presidential debate, when young women would come up and say they were proud of me. It means so much to me. Thank you so much.
I hope everyone had a wonderful evening. On behalf of the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation, I want to thank you all for being a part of this special evening and supporting women in media and the Gracies. We extend heartfelt congratulations to all of our winners tonight. You inspire us with your creative passion and exceptional talent. Let us all continue to strive in the steps paved before us and continue to break new ground as the strong, intelligent, beautiful women we are. So until next year. We close the show with those two hallowed words of show business, especially important to this event. Good night, Gracie.
You know I dream in color and do the things I want. You think you got the best of me, think you've had the last laugh, bet you think that everything good is gone. Think you left me broken down, think that I'll come running back. Baby, you don't know me 'cause you're dead wrong. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.